So, you're thinking about getting one of those big deal tech credentials in 2025? Well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down the entire ISACA exam process. Think of this as your secret playbook to make sure your journey to certification is as smooth as possible. Let's dive in. You've decided to go for it. Maybe a CISA, or a CISM, or the CDPSC. You're ready to hit the books, you're ready to master the material. But what's the one thing that trips up even the smartest, most prepared candidates out there? You might be surprised. Yep, that's it. So often, the real beast isn't the exam itself. It's the process. We're talking about all the little logistical nightmares, missed deadlines, a typo in your name, simple booking errors, things that can totally derail your plans and, frankly, waste your money. But don't worry, we're going to walk you through all of it. Okay, let's start at square one. The absolute first step on your roadmap is just making sure you're heading in the right direction for your career. Let's take a quick look at the main options. Here they are, the big five. So, what's your flavor? Are you all about auditing? That's CISA. More into security leadership? CSIM is your game. If risk is your thing, you've got CRISC. For the big picture IT governance folks, there's CGIT. And for the crucial world of data privacy, you're looking at CDPSC. Your first mission is to pick the one that really lights you up and matches where you want to go. Once you've picked your certification, you've hit what I call the point of no return, registration. This is where you really have to pay attention, because a tiny mistake here can be super costly and, you guessed it, irreversible. This looks pretty simple, right? 1, 2, 3. But step 2? Oh man, step 2 is a minefield. When you create that account, your name has to be a perfect 100% character-for-character match with your government ID. No nicknames, no shortcuts. If your ID says William, don't you dare type Bill. And I am not exaggerating. The stakes are crazy high. A single typo, a missing middle initial, that could be enough for them to turn you away at the testing center. And if that happens, no exam for you, and definitely no refund. And this is the number that makes that warning so real. For a non-member, you're looking at an investment of up to $760. That is way too much money to lose over something as simple as a typo. Let's be absolutely crystal clear on this. The second you pay that fee, it's locked in. You cannot get it back. You cannot give your spot to a friend. This is why getting every single detail right during registration is so, so important. Okay, you did it. You registered correctly, you paid the fee. Deep breath. But guess what? The moment you did that, a giant, invisible 12-month countdown clock started ticking. So let's talk about how this eligibility window actually works. Think of this as your game plan for the next year. The clock starts the second you pay. You can schedule pretty much right away, but here's a pro tip for you. You can only see appointment slots 90 days in advance. So if you want to take your exam on, say, December 1st, set a reminder for yourself at the end of August to go in and book it. And always, always remember that 48-hour cutoff. That's your last chance to make a change without a penalty. You know, the source material has the perfect analogy for this, and it's brilliant. Just treat your exam fee like a ticket to a big concert. If you buy your ticket and you don't show up, they don't give you your money back, right? It's the exact same idea here. You either use it or you lose it. All right, fast forward. You've scheduled your exam, you've studied your butt off, it's game day. Now, whether you're taking this at a testing center or remotely from home, there is a very strict set of rules you need to know to avoid any last-minute drama. So what are you actually walking into? For the four main certs, CISA, CISM, CRISC, and CGIT, you're looking at 150 questions in 4 hours. For the CDPSC, it's a little shorter, 120 questions in 3.5 hours. For all of them, the magic number you're shooting for is a scaled score of 450 to pass. Know these numbers and make sure you practice your timing. Now listen up, because this is non-negotiable. No personal items, period. That means phones, smartwatches, notes from your study sessions, leave all of it at home or in a locker. And if you're testing remotely, this rule extends to your whole environment. You need a clean desk, a private room, and absolutely no interruptions. Trust me, the proctors are watching everything. And here we go again with another super simple rule that can have a huge financial impact. Plan to get to the test center a full 30 minutes early. Why? Because if you are more than 15 minutes late, they have the right to deny you entry. And if that happens, yep, your entire exam fee is gone. Just like that. Okay, but let's be real for a second. Life happens. A big project at work explodes, you get sick, things come up. So what do you do when your perfectly laid plans have to change? Well, ISACA has some options, but you've got to know the rules of the game.
This right here is the single most important rule to burn into your brain. That 48-hour mark before your exam is a hard, immovable line in the sand. If you're outside of that window, you have total flexibility. Go online, reschedule, cancel, no problem. But the second you cross into that 48-hour window, you are locked in. Your fee is forfeited if you don't show, so the big takeaway, if you even think you might need to change your date, do it early.
Now, what if your whole 12-month window is about to close and you just haven't been able to make it happen? There is a safety net. For $75, you can get a one-time 6-month extension. But here's the catch. You can only apply for this in your ISACA portal during the last 90 days of your original eligibility. It's a fantastic fallback plan, but you have to be paying attention to your calendar. You did it. You sat for the exam, you survived, and that beautiful word, pass, pops up on your screen. Amazing feeling, right? The hard part's over. Well, not quite. Passing the test is a massive achievement, but it's not actually the final step to getting certified. Here's your final little to-do list. From the day you pass, you have 5 years to officially apply for the certification. That means you'll need to send in proof of your work experience, pay a $50 application fee, and agree to the code of ethics. And once you're officially certified, the journey continues. You'll need to keep up with continuing education every year to maintain it. And there you have it, the complete playbook for navigating the entire ISACA exam process. By mastering all these little logistical details, you're doing more than just studying for a test. You're clearing the path for a stress-free journey to a credential that can literally open doors for you all over the world. The process is clear. Now the next move is yours.